So maybe you've figured this out already, but Landscape of Mothers is really for you as the mother. It's less directly about your children or about me telling you what good parenting looks like or what's right or wrong. And we won't even really talk about child development or anything. So all of those things I think exist out there already. They're in parenting books. You can find your style, find something that matches what you hope for. But sometimes the thing that we want to provide isn't something we have experience with or all the skills for, especially if we weren't parented that way when we were children. And so Landscape of Mothers is way more about supporting you to locate your own guidance system, to let upwell from you what you think is most important in parenting and the way that you want to go about nurturing those things. And so this is about you providing your own way, and yet instead of just being out there completely on your own, this is a system for navigating, finding your own way. So sometimes drawing on our internal guidance or letting something upwell within us is really hard when we feel overwhelmed and exhausted and a lot of these conditions that exist in early motherhood. I have teenagers that actually persists in a different form. Anyway, so Landscape of Mothers is about helping you direct your attention and energy so that you can move forward, so that you can choose the next right step for you when that feels terribly difficult. So there's really two ways that you can begin to work with Landscape of Mothers. One is to just choose a mother. So if someone, if one of the archetypes really appeals to you and it feels like you know that struggle well, then you can just start working there. The other way is to work with Landscape of Mothers as a wheel. And in the invocation, I went through the mothers in the order that I would work with them to go through them in a wheel or to start to build relationships with all of them. So that means the first one would be Sun and Moon Mother. And so our next video, our next video will be beginning with Sun and Moon Mother as an example of how to work with an individual. And then if you were going to work in a wheel, you would do the same thing, going all the way around the wheel. The workbook will lead you through doing all of those. There are a series of questions and things in there. So now is a good time to grab the workbook or print it out if you haven't already. And we'll get started by going through Sun and Moon Mother.